So I'm going to go through tips to memorize the Quran. So the first tip is Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Intention is key. Anything you begin, you must have the intention that you're doing it for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to attain the pleasure and closeness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not for fame, not for money, not for respect. Second thing is to learn the rules of tajweed. Tajweed are the rules of reciting the Quran. It ensures that you're not changing the meaning of what you're reciting. It also ensures that you are reciting exactly as the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the companions recited. Number 3 is really important, finding a teacher. So it's really important in your journey of memorizing the Quran that you have a teacher to recite to and hold you accountable if you make any mistakes. And it's extremely difficult to memorize the Quran. If not, some people say impossible to complete the memorization of the Quran if you don't have a teacher. The fourth thing is to make dua. Nothing will help you memorize the Quran and gain the help of Allah than making plenty of dua and requesting your parents to do so. So make sure to make dua in every sajda, other times between adhan and iqama, and other times that I've mentioned in previous videos. Starting small. So a big mistake many people make is that they try to learn large chunks of the Quran at once during one day, and this causes burnout, and then this takes you out of this habit. So it's better to be consistent and do little, and this is what the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam also said as well. So consistency is key. So when you're starting off, do 30 minutes, and you try to do this for 1 month before you increase how much you read. But don't increase it unless you find it easy and it's manageable. Make sure to listen to the Quran, as this will help you in memorizing the Quran better. So to listen to the ayats that you've been going over, keep on listening to them, because then they will stick in your head. Like people, unfortunately, when they listen to music which is haram, the lyrics go into their heads and they'll be singing it and they know the lyrics inside out. Make sure to do the 80-20 rule. So everyone thinks that memorizing the Quran is just simply memorizing the Quran. The main thing is that you also revise what you've learned. So if you learnt one juz and you move it on to the second juz, you need to go over the first juz on that day before you move on to the second juz. So 80% of your time should be spent revising and 20% should be spent on memorizing. So make sure to redefine the goal. The real goal is to develop a consistent and committed relationship with the Quran. The real goal is growth, improvement, contemplation and action. And the real goal is to love the Quran. So if you were to waste a day without reading from it, you'll feel deeply torn. And make sure to, when you're trying to memorize the Quran, try to do it in different ways. So obviously try to listen to the Quran, read the Quran, keep on repeating it. Say it to someone else so they can listen to you. Preferably a teacher who can then help you and tell you if you're making any mistakes. And this way you're learning in different ways, so it'll be more engaging for you and you'll be more interested. And also study the mutashabihat, which are the similar sounding verses in the Quran. These verses can be almost identical to other verses or have similar phrasing, because then it will help you to understand the theme, and it will also help you you need to understand the patterns of these verses and organize them in your mind and find the distinguishing features between those verses and memorize them. And make sure to be patient and think long term. It's going to take you time, maybe 1 or 2 years to memorize the Quran. It depends on person to person and how much time you have to commit to the Quran based on your availability and your commitments. But that's it. I'll leave you here. Fi manillah wa sallallahu wa baraka ala nabina Muhammad. Astaghfirullah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.